Salut class, today we're going to talk about the future tense. Remember, you can pause and rewind the video as necessary and follow along with your note sheet. You've already been describing the future tense with the future proche since French 1 or French 2. We do this, remember, with the conjugated form of aller and the infinitive of the verb. So we get je vais aller au cinéma ce week-end, tu vas porter un chapeau ce soir, for two examples. And this is a complex tense because it requires two words. However, there is another way to express the future that you're going to learn today. We do this to express what people will do and what will happen. And it's a simple tense, meaning that it only contains one word. Let's look at some examples. L'avion partira dans 10 minutes. Nous irons en France cet été. So to form this future tense, you take the future stem plus the future endings. So let's first talk about the stem. The future stem always ends in an R. So for many of the stems, it's just the infinitive. So for example, partir, the stem of the future tense is partir. Same thing for finir. If it's an RE verb, however, we take away the E. So for écrire, it's écrire, but without the E. And then for the endings, we talk about cheerleading, because since they all end in R, and then we add the endings, we can say re, ra, ra, ron, re, ron. Re, ra, ra, ron, re, ron. Try saying it yourself. Re, ra, ra, ron, re, ron. So the endings are a, on, a, on, and then we add the R, so it sounds like cheerleading. So you add these endings to the future stem to form the future tense. So pause the video and make sure that you have these correct. However, it's French, so of course there are irregular stems. So here are several. Pause the video when you need to write them down. And then some other useful expressions using the future. Il y a in the present tense becomes il y aura, because as you saw before, the stem for avoir is AUR, so it becomes il y aura. And il pleut becomes il pleuvra. If we want to make it into a question, we can do both forms of asking a question, put est ce in front of the sentence, so we have est-ce que tu parleras français? Or we can use inversion. Parleras-tu français? Est-ce que tu finiras les devoirs? Finiras-tu les devoirs? Est-ce que tu vendras les légumes? Vendras-tu les légumes? Similarly, to make it negative, we just add our negative expressions around the verb like we would with the present tense. Je ne parlerai ni français ni espagnol. Je ne finirai pas les devoirs. Je ne vendrai pas de légumes. So I'd like you to pause the video and try the practice exercises of putting the verbs into the future tense when you press play, and you'll have the answers. So that's it for today. Remember, feel free to ask me if you've got any questions on how to form the future tense, and we'll do lots of practice in class.